find an equation for the hyperbola described, graph the equation. Before we do this example, let's take a minute to look at our two different orientations for the hyperbola. We have a vertical orientation and a horizontal orientation. So this equation is x minus h squared over a squared minus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. So the h and k stand for the center of the hyperbola. Then we have a, which is the distance between the center and the vertex. B helps define the slope of the line, that is the asymptotes. And C is the value, which is the distance from the center to the focus. The major difference between these two equations is that the first one has the x term being positive and the second one has the y term being positive. So that whichever one is positive is going to help you determine that orientation. So because the x term is positive on this first equation, this is the equation for the horizontal orientation. And when the y term is positive, that's our vertical orientation. So I'm going to sketch a quick picture so we get an idea of where all the important features are. So for the horizontal orientation, you would have a center, and to the left and right of the center, a distance of a, you would have your vertices, a distance of c, to the left and right of the center, you would have your focus or your foci. And then you're going to draw asymptotes using rise over run. And those asymptotes, you're going to use A and B as your slope. And that's going to help define where to draw your hyperbola. Then for the vertical orientation, you would have your center, and up and down from that center, a distance of A would give you your vertices. Up and down from that center, a distance of C would give you your foci. And once again, through the center, you have some asymptotes, the slope of which is defined with A and B. And then from there, you can sketch your hyperbola with the vertex and the asymptotes. So for this example, we're given that we have a center at 7, -6. So that tells me that h is 7 and k is -6. We have a focus at 10, -6 and a vertex at 9, -6. I'm going to start to put these points on a picture to help me understand whether this hyperbola has a vertical orientation or a horizontal orientation. So if I start to sketch this, and I'll do a better sketch in a moment, 7, -6. Would be the center. And then at 10, -6, we have a focus. And at 9, -6, we have a vertex. So because our important features are lining up horizontally, we know that we're going to use the horizontal orientation of this. If we think about the distance between the center and the focus, that's a distance of 3 points. So our C is 3. And then if we look at the distance between the center and the vertex, that's a distance of 2. So A is equal to 2. Then we can use Pythagorean theorem to help us find the value of B. B squared is equal to 3 squared minus 2 squared. It's 9 minus 4, which is 5. So B squared is 5, making B square root of 5. So now we have the values of H, K, A, and B, and we'll be able to fill in the template of our equation. X minus H squared over A squared minus Y minus K squared over B squared equals 1. So that's x minus 7 squared over 2 squared minus y minus negative 6 squared over square root of 5 squared equals 1. And to simplify that, we would have x minus 7 squared over 4 minus y plus 6 squared over 5 equals 1. So that's the equation of the hyperbola with a center at 7, negative 6, a focus at 10, negative 6, and a vertex at 9, negative 6. Then we're going to sketch a graph of this hyperbola. So I'm going to draw a larger sketch than I started before. So we have our center at 7, negative 6. We have a focus at 10, negative 6. And a vertex at 9, negative 6. Since that vertex is at 9, negative 6, that was 2 away from the center. If I go to the other direction, so 2 to the left, that would put me at 5, negative 6 for the other vertex, and 4, negative 6 for the other focus. Then for the, let me show you the equation of the asymptote again. So the equation of the asymptote would be y minus k equals plus or minus b over a x minus h. So for this example, that would be y minus y plus 6 equals plus or minus square root of 5 over 4 and x minus 7. So those are the equations of our two asymptotes. And you see we needed b to be able to define those asymptotes. And I also need an approximation for square root of 5 to be able to sketch this. So square root of 5. See, this is square root of 5 is approximately 2 1/4. Let me write that asymptote down here so I don't lose it. Y plus 6 plus or minus square root of 5 over 4 x minus 7. Okay, so I need that. I need the slope to help me draw the asymptote. So from the center at 7, negative 6, I want to rise 2 1/4, so go up 2 1/4 and run 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be approximately about here. And then from the center, I'm going to go down, so that'll take care of the negative. Down 2 and over 4, that would put me about here, and I can sketch out those asymptotes now. And from there, our hyperbola will follow those asymptotes. Thank you for checking out my videos. Have a great day.